Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It is Thursday, June 29th, and I am here with Mark Talercio. I'm Jill Schlesinger. Hello, Mark.
Hello. Happy Thursday.
How are you?
Well, it's Thursday. We are heading into the last weekend of... actually, this will be the first weekend of July. Heading into 4th of July weekend, right?
Exactly right. And I think the vast majority of people are like, I'm done. I'm not working that whole week. So I think people are going to say, okay, it's the 29th. No, I'm done. And so then it's going to be like they take the whole, I think next week's a dead week. By the way, next Friday is a jobs report. Should I blow it off, Mark, and just not do the hit that day? What do you think?
I would 100% blow it off. You're right. Nobody is working next week.
No one's working. No one's watching. I don't think so.
We're going up to Canada for the holiday.
You are a loony. Are you going to the Hockey Hall of Fame?
No, we're not. I'm not going to Toronto. We're going to Ottawa.
Ottawa. You've been to other parts of Canada?
Yeah. I've been to Canada, but I've never been to Ottawa. Amanda has some family that lives up there. So we're taking Amanda's parents. So it'll be the five of us heading north.
Oh, my God. You're flying, right?
Yes, 100%.
All right. Well, I'm sure no one else will be flying at this time. So you're probably in good shape.
My goal every year is to not be in Manhattan on the 4th of July because, especially where I live, it gets a little nuts.
All right. Now, if you've got a financial question, just give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, complete the form. We'll get that as an email. And sometimes we do email episodes. But if you'd like to come on the air live, just check the box. And that's all you need to do. Mark does everything else. And we are so happy that you come on and join us and tell us your stories. I do know that some people feel a little sheepish. You can always change your name when you come on the air. We can change a few facts just to protect you. But oftentimes, I think that what we discover when Mark and I start talking to you guys, we learn a lot more about you when you're on the air with us live. So I encourage you to do that. Also, while you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter, and you can buy the book, The Great Money Reset, and you can subscribe to our brand new service called Jill on Money Live. That is where you can actually have access to quarterly webinars. We just had a webinar with Dave Stahoviak. It was amazing. And you can also get more special bonus content. Today, we are joined by Danielle, who's on the line from New York City. And Danielle, what brings you to our airwaves today?
Hi, Jill. Big fan of the program. I actually just got married about 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. After surviving the pandemic together, it was the next best move. We made it out.
That was the relationship test. It's like, well, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to break up with you in the middle of a pandemic. That would be really bad. The question is whether you make it through all the way to the other side, and you did. So congratulations.
Thank you. And we've combined our finances and we're getting our new life together in order and thinking about, are we making the right decisions and are we prioritizing the right things for what we want next together?
Okay, great. So how old are you guys?
I am 31 and my husband is 37, about to be 38.
Oh, let's call him 38, old man. Danielle, you sound so mature for a 31-year-old, so I'm excited to find out a little bit more about the details. So you're both working full-time?
Yes.
How much do you earn?
I make around $89,000 a year.
Do you have any bonus opportunity? Do you have, is this kind of like, do you work in a profession where you'll see large increases in the future or, moderate ones?
I would say moderate.
Okay. And what about your retirement contributions? What are you doing right now?
I put aside around 12% total. So I am lucky. I'm in a nonprofit that does a 3% match, which is to a regular 401k. And then I contribute an additional 6% to a Roth.
So wait a second. Why did you say 12%? 6% and 3% in my world adds up to 9.
Well, I was adding in the additional 3% that they put in.
Yeah, but you said you put 6% into a Roth, and what do you put 3% into a traditional, and they match that?
That is correct.
Okay, I got it. I missed that part of it. Okay, what about hubby? What's his deal? Does he make
$123,000?
Okay, and what about his his future? Is he, again, in an industry where he's going to see big upside, moderate? What do you think?
I think also moderate.
Okay. And what's his retirement plan look like?
So his current job does not offer a 401k. So we put money aside for him in a Roth IRA, and then we have additional money going into a brokerage account. It's about $1,350 a month that we put aside.
In addition to the Roth IRA. So you're putting in the $6,500 in the Roth, and then on top of that, $1,350 a month?
No, the $1,350 includes maxing out the Roth.
Okay. How much money is in the brokerage account right now?
Right now, his brokerage account has around $20K in it.
Great. So let's do the values of what everything, where things stand right now. Your Roth and your traditional. How much are in each of those?
I don't have it separated out for my current job.
No problem.
But I know that it's around $25,000 in there. I have an old Roth IRA with around $3,600 in there.
And what about money in the bank? Did you make a lot of money at the wedding?
We did make some good money at the wedding. We collected it for our honeymoon.
All right. So tell us, net of the honeymoon, how much money in cash will be left?
Around $10,000 in an emergency fund.
Okay. Is there any other money that's out, in terms of investments that we did not account for yet?
So I have a brokerage account with around $12K in it.
Okay.
I also have around $15K in an annuity from an old job where I was in a union.
When it says annuity, does it happen to say qualified or non-qualified on as a label?
I did not see that.
Okay. All right. We'll have to look at that. Might be interesting to see if we can roll that into something.
That's what I was wondering.
You have to find out what it is. All right. So where do you guys live? You rent or do you own in New York?
We rent.
Okay. How much is the rent?
$29.50.
You like where you are?
We love it.
Oh, good. Okay. Mark, I don't understand why people tell me every single thing I ask them, but, I have to ask. Are you planning on having kids?
We would like to. We're not sure if there's an S on the end of that.
Mark has opinions.
Yeah, that's okay. That's not a bad. There's no rule that says you have to have more than one kid.
Yeah.
Exactly right. All right. So what else do you want to know? What else should we know about your situation?
So I actually have some more retirement account stuff for you.
Geez, what's going on? What else?
So my husband has around $16,000 in his IRA currently.
Mm-hmm. Not the Roth, a regular traditional.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the brokerage account that I mentioned, these are a part of the $1,350 that we're contributing to. The brokerage account right now has about $9,000 in it. And then he also has around $12,000 in a pension at an old job, which we started the rollover process.
Okay, good. Do you guys have any debt?
We do not.
No debt?
Well, we don't have any credit card debt. I have student loans. I should say that.
You know what? That does count as debt. I'm sorry to say. How much?
Right now we have about $16K left in that.
Are these loans eligible for forgiveness?
Yes, they are all federal loans.
Mark, do you want to take the over-under on whether they end up with these student loans or not?
Whether they end up with the student loans, I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I'm not counting on it.
Okay. What's the interest rate on that?
4.125.
Not bad.
No.
How can we combine some of these accounts, Mark?
Yeah, that's the big thing that jumps out at me. Is there any reason why did you guys each have brokerage accounts coming into the relationship, or what's the thinking there?
We each had a brokerage account coming into the relationship.
I mean, and you want to keep it that way, or are you opposed to merging things?
Not opposed to merging. I just didn't know what the benefit was to putting them together.
I mean, it's just simplicity. That's really the main thing.
Yeah, just management more than anything else.
I will say they're all the accounts that I mentioned that are rollovers, they're all at betterment for each of us.
If you're fine with it, whatever. If it works for you, it's fine.
All right. So tell us about, really, as you go forward, what is it that you want from us?
So I think the thing is, before we have a kid and the next, whatever we want to do next, we want to get these student loans taken care of. They weigh on my mind.
Yeah. So we're going to have an answer.
Yes.
So you're going to make that decision. Do you want to take money out of the brokerage account and pay them off?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't know if that's wise. It's just, I think if it takes 2 years, that's fine. But I also know that our emergency fund, getting that higher, has to be a priority. So it's like, what's the balance here? Should we, lower our retirement in order to knock out the student loans? I just want to make sure I think I'm mindful that when that 4.125 comes back in, it's going to take longer to pay.
How's your
off.
cash flow right now?
Cash flow
when you
is
look
good.
when you look at without the student loans, things are going okay?
Yeah, I would say we spend around $7,000 a month. That does include, we put aside $800 a month for travel because both of our families live out of state, and his family's a little older. So we have probably around $1,200 extra that we could allocate towards the loans to the emergency fund.
I mean, there's a couple of questions I have. Number one, in the brokerage accounts, would you say you guys are net ahead, or do you think there are losses?
I would say probably given the past few years, there are some losses in there.
I'm going to make a bold statement. There's a way in this world where I would think if you blow out the brokerage accounts and you just get rid of them, you pay whatever taxes due, or you make sure you have the accounting of what you have in terms of a loss. Remember, you can apply $3,000 of unused losses against ordinary income. Okay? You take that money, you pay off the student loans. Done. You then take whatever's left, because you probably are going to have a little bit of $9,000, and you had in your brokerage this $12,000. That's about right. Whatever's left over, if you have something left over after you pay off the loan, then you pop it into the emergency reserve. Okay. Then next, this idea of having separate brokerage accounts, just have a joint account. Start fresh.
Yeah.
Done. And now start and put the money in there. I think that makes sense. The emergency reserve fund has to get, what level should we be at that? You said you spend how much? $7,000?
Yeah. So at least 21K I want to get it up to.
Yeah, probably closer to 30. So before you max out his Roth, okay? And the 1350, that whole thing, just max out his Roth, okay? And then put all the money between the two of you, funnel it into the emergency reserve until you get $30,000. And then start it up again for the brokerage account. What do you think, Mark?
I was thinking something different. What you said is totally fine. My initial thought was to leave the brokerage account alone. I kind of like that little foundation. Danielle keeps doing exactly what she's doing with her retirement plan. They take that excess monthly cash flow that they have right now. That goes fully into the emergency reserve. And then for 1 year and 1 year only, they pause the contributions for her husband and use all that money to get rid of the student loans.
Well, that has a different mindset approach. That's interesting. I guess that I am reacting to what I think is, Danielle, it sounded to me like you had some anxiety about the debt.
If you redirected what's going into your husband's IRA and brokerage account toward your loans, would he be okay with that?
Yeah, he's on board with, we just want to get this knocked out. My only question is, because he is older than me, whether it is smart to do his and not mine.
And well, you get a match. I don't want to lose the match. And you have the Roth option. We're only talking for 1 year. And within 1 year, this would all be gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, theoretically. I mean, if they have so the way I'm going with this is, I think the kid is coming. I think that you're going to want that loan paid off. If you want to try it for a year, that's fine with me. I have a sense that perhaps if you have a baby, it becomes a lot harder to harness up that money. If you have the losses, take the losses. So there's your two choices. You have to figure out which one is more appealing. I could go either way. I really could.
I will say, Jill, I think we have a little more time on that baby than you're thinking that we do.
All right. Then I'm good with Mark's plan. I'm totally good with that.
Okay.
I really am. But you have to be methodical, right?
Yes.
You're only married 3 weeks. Wills?
I actually just signed up. I got an online will, and we just have to get it notarized. We're printing it out today to review it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we didn't even ask. Would you want to buy something in New York City? Or is that something that's in your line of sight?
So that's the thing we are not 100% sure about. So we are currently renters, but we're renting in a co-op building. Mm-hmm. We love the place. Mm-hmm. We hope that our landlords do not decide to kick us out, but we're not convinced either way. But that was kind of also what the brokerage accounts, if we ever wanted to, we could pull from that.
Okay. Well, all right. You convinced me, both of you. I'm good. I can change my mind. When the facts change, sir, I can change my mind. Are you receiving benefits separately?
Yes.
Okay. And do you guys have retirement? Do you have life insurance through work?
That's the thing we're looking into. So he has 100,000 through work. I do not currently have any. We went on Policy Genius. Mine seemed affordable. His seemed outrageous.
Really? Because he's an old man.
I guess so, yeah.
Mark, what about Haven Life? When did you get life insurance, Mark? You were younger? Were you in your 30s still?
I got it when we bought this place 6 years ago. So I was in my late 30s. Yeah, same age.
So try Haven Life. I'm feeling good about Danielle's plan. All right. Thank you, Danielle. Good luck. Keep us posted. If you, like Danielle and her husband, are just starting out, we'd love to help you kind of look through and say, hey, okay, what should our priorities be? How do we work it out? You see that Mark and I had a different approach. It's that there are many different approaches to the same problem. And some of it has to do with you and kind of what you're up to. And I'm more than willing to be convinced when one approach is better for the person who's giving us a holler. But don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly newsletter and check out my book, The Great Money Reset. Mark Talercio is the co-host and executive producer of this program. Karen Kranick is our web queen. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Please lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you next week.